Hi, I'm Bargain Counter Argument here on YouTube and also on Instagram. Informally, Sock Marionette. On YouTube, I am a middle-aged lady with a tiara, and I talk about books, libraries, and associated topics. On Instagram, I pair books with scented candles and take pictures of the results and talk about why I chose the candles and to go with those particular books. It's a good time if you like that sort of thing. So, yeah. Well, this is a happy video for me because recently I'm on a book club that also has a Discord, and we did a gift exchange recently. Totally non-mandatory, non-obligatory. What's the phrase I'm looking for? Voluntary. Anyway, I got some nice stuff, and one of the things I got was this gorgeous tiara from my buddy Nicole. And she also sent me a book to go with it, which we ended up buddy reading, and it was a great time. Really had a lot of fun with that book and with the buddy read. However, before I get into the great book I read, I want to talk about some sort of similar books I read that were really pretty lousy. And we're talking Joanna Lindsay. Yeah. This is specifically the ly-san-ter series, which started with Warrior's Woman. Now, Warrior's Woman, I had to get out from the library in a large print edition. That was the only one I could get my hands on. And it would been in the collection since I think that book came out in 1990 or 1991. And so this is the old card from before they digitized their catalog. So that's what I have because I had to take the book back because it was due, which was fine with me because I kind of DNF'd it at about 25%. I do have I've been these step backs from library sales and so on, getting them like really fairly inexpensively, so I don't have to be super choosy about what I buy when it's only like 25 cents a book or 50 cents a book. In one case, they were free. So, I could just grab whatever. And if I don't like it, that's fine. Well, I did not like them. Spoiler alert. But here, let me show you quickly these step backs. Ooh, yeah. That's the step back is really nice, as is this one. This is kind of a classic Elaine Diolo. That's Fabio. Ooh, yeah. And he's got a big old sword, and she likes to take the downtown train. Okay, so, however, I DNF'd Warrior's Woman. The cover of that, by the way, had this really insipid bouquet for no reason. Nobody put a lot of thought into that one. Anywho, did not like it at all. Oh my gosh. It is just so, I get that you're like an alien culture, and you're supposed to be a warrior culture, but like the just really casual attitude toward essay, little bit of the old, I didn't want to do that. They just treated so cavalierly. Like, she's at one point, she's actually she's never had sex, and she's trying to decide whether or not she wants to be sexually assaulted. No, just no. I noped out of the whole thing because it didn't look like it was going to get any better in that book or in subsequent books. However, my buddy Nicole, gifter of tiaras, came through for me because she kind of took a look at my Goodreads and she got a feel for what I like and what I'd already read. And she asked me one question. She just said, one question for you: vampires or aliens? And I was like, aliens! Bring me all the aliens! That was before I'd been ever so disappointed. So she brought me all the aliens. Choosing Theo by Victoria Aveline. This was so fun. I really enjoyed it. It's very well written, and I think that the issues of consent are very well addressed, and it's a lot of fun to read, and I really had a good time with it. And as I told Nicole when we finished it, I was like, I'm not sad because it's over. I'm glad because there are 6 more books in this series so far. So this was just, oh my gosh, so much fun. Really enjoyed it. I thought that probably an alien romance written or published at least in, let me find the copyright date for context. Oh, I think this is printed on demand, so I don't see a copyright date, but it's within the last 5 or 6 years, I think. It's the first book of the 6-book series, and she's got to take some time to write them, unless she's Anyway, so I think that people are a lot more mindful about consent and issues related to consent than maybe, than Joanna Lindsay. Oops, wrong side. Than Joanna Lindsay was in, the 90s. And some writers in the 90s would have been fine with having a more enlightened attitude toward, whatchamacallit, consent. Yeah. I know Jude Devereaux famously was had to struggle with her editors and publishers because they wanted her to have essay in her books, and she was like, that is not where my head is at. And she had to kind of stick to her guns on that. So even in the dark, less enlightened times of the 1990s, not everybody was aboard the essay train when it came to romance. And certainly now, I think more contemporary authors to our time are a lot more mindful about it and have some interesting takes on that. And I appreciate that. And read this. Don't read that. Thank you for your attention. Feel free to subscribe, like, comment, follow me on Instagram or not. I'm not the boss of you. Have a good day or a good night.